There was one joke in this movie that made me laugh, and it's not even that good. It's this here. Okay, context first. This movie has Fred's parents in it, and they're kidnapped by ghost pirates, and here's the clip.
You mean face horrible, scary, green-eyed, glowing ghost pirates? Well, do we at least get a Scooby snack?
Shaggy.
Oh.
Scooby-Doo being mad at Shaggy to a point he says his name perfectly is hilarious, but as I said, this was really the only moment that made me laugh, because this movie, to me at least, maybe I just had a bad week, but this movie does one of the most egregious things a movie can do. It's boring. Hey guys, Blazie here, and welcome to my review of Scooby-Doo Pirates Ahoy. It came out in 2006, and this movie bored me. Maybe if I was younger, some of the pirate stuff in the beginning maybe could have scared me, but Pirates of the Caribbean came out a few years before, so that had already done creepy pirate skeletons, but much scarier, especially as a kid. As it is, it's just kind of boring and lazy. The jokes, if any, just aren't good, and the story is utterly terrible. Especially, so in this movie there is a hypnotist, so now the entire plot makes no damn sense, because you have someone who can hypnotize people who goes through this ridiculous plot when he had one simple thing he could have done. Just say, give me money. I understand there wouldn't be a movie, but then come up with a better idea than a hypnotist. Also, better design that isn't just Morgan Moonscar for a pirate. Like, he's got the same beard, same red jacket thing, like... Okay, what is this movie? What's the plot? Well, pirates attack a ship that has an astrocartographer on board named Wilbert Garcia. They seem to be after someone and something. They assume they grabbed the correct dude who is hiding though, so they blow up the ship. Why wouldn't you check before doing so? Anyway, Fred's parents had booked him a cruise for his birthday. At one point, Scooby sees a dude with hypnotizing eyes that scare him. So, ooh, who could that be? Ooh, it's a mystery, that's for sure. Can you tell I just really can't with this movie? We meet Fred's parents, who are just nice folks, with his mum very much like, my precious special boy kind of type of mum. Though she also says Shaggy is growing like a weed. I'm sure he is growing weed. Growing like one. The dad then asking Scooby to shake, but gets licked instead because he only shakes when he's scared. That's cute. They meet cruise director Sunny St. Cloud, who shows them around, though Fred then slips on weird green glowing goo, with his mum being, oh no, my baby. This movie's going to be a lot of those kind of jokes, isn't it?
Dear Freddy, are you okay? Did you get hurt, sweetos?
Ma.
But I do like Scooby and Shaggy praying and hope that they don't have a mystery to solve. They meet the captain, who mentions a cruise is going to the Bermuda Triangle, and then suddenly vanishes, and suddenly alien. Okay. Well, as I said, if someone is kidnapped, they are definitely involved. Also, at this point, I understood what was happening, as the characters have been kinda strange. Music time as they're chased around by the alien, who does look a little bit like the Alien Invaders alien. It is a fun enough segment, but obviously they capture the alien, and yep, it's the captain. So what's going on? It's a mystery cruise. Like a murder mystery party kind of thing. Honestly, that does sound pretty fun. But they're still going at it as we get a montage of them trying to scare the gang with very random appearances by Captain Cutter's ghost, the clown and werewolf dude from the original series. Sure, throw in some random references, why not? But even Shaggy and Scooby aren't scared anymore as they reveal a skull under their close food thing. The idea that the gang keeps solving a mystery cruise's mysteries is pretty funny, as the rest of the people on the cruise get annoyed because now the cruise feels pointless. I'm sorry, but tell the captain to stop focusing on the gang and go after the other guests, because I will admit, I was confused if the other guests are even involved, because it never focuses on them, so the idea is funny, but didn't work as intended for me. Shaggy sees a man overboard, and it's Rupert from the start of the movie. Weirdly, the captain isn't taking any of it seriously.
But you don't understand. This whole ship and everyone on it is in terrible, terrible danger.
Now.
I thought, oh, because he's a villain, but no, he's just a bad captain. But I do like the gang all think it's just part of a cruise. That's kind of funny. But suddenly, Witch Dude comes down in a jetpack named Biff Wellington, voiced by Ron Perlman. He is just your eccentric witch dude, though once again, Fred and the gang think it's just part of the mystery. Up next, a costume party, so Scooby and Shaggy try on the costumes, and at one point, Scooby is dressed up as a sheep, and it's cute as hell. He looks so soft, I want a plushie of that. Also, one of the costumes is Daphne and Velma. That's hilarious. Not the only time Scooby will dress up as one of the gang. But we're forced into dressing up as chickens together. That's funny. I also like Fred's dad took Rupert's old clothes so he looks like a castaway, while then Rupert is just wearing his, making him look like a tourist. That's weird, but I kinda love that. During the show, the guy in the cape shows up, voiced by Dan Castellaneta, I apologize if I butchered that name, Homer Simpson's voice actor, who is not just a magician, but a hypnotist. Oh, I wonder who the bad guy is! Scooby and Shaggy go up to the hypnotist, but at the same time the fog suddenly appears, distracting the gang as the crew get hypnotized, but not Shaggy and Scooby. I guess they're just too dumb. The pirates come on board, with the captain being called Skunkbeard, and as I said, he looks just too much like Captain Morgan Moosegar. Just change the beard, make it shorter, that's all you had to do. But yes, pirate music as they get chased around. At one point, Shaggy and Scooby lose their heads. Hehe. Nothing real special about this moment, it's what you expect, but I did kinda like the music. But the crew and Fred's parents are kidnapped by the pirates. So now it's once again personal for Fred, and the gang are all going to help, but then comes the moment I mentioned at the start of the video.
Shaggy.
Oh.
It does make me chuckle how mad he is at Shaggy. Fred takes the boat to try and find the pirates, they just follow this green slime goo thing. Also, Scooby and Shaggy almost do the Titanic thing. The fact they both put their arms out, it's like they both wanted to be the gal. So weirdly, only Fred's dad is tied up, but it's because they think he is the astrocartographer because of his clothing, I think. Not that they knew what he looked like dressed up as, so that's a bit weird to me. Then this skeleton woman shows up, but I'm instantly like, oh, that's his wife. Either playing along or hypnotized. The dad here says, Scooby-Doo, where are you? Why? That's such a bad place for that line. This guy should have said, Fred Jones, where are you? Now that would have been funny. And it would make sense, because why is he screaming out for Scooby-Doo? It doesn't make any sense. That is the most laziest incorporation of that line ever. The pirates spot the boat and blow it up, but the gang manages to get off in time and we appear on an island. The next segment is just boring and pointless. It feels like Naruto filler, as this is some bad music as the gang makes a raft while Scooby and Shaggy slide around a place and find a secret cave, making the whole of them making a raft and just pointless, and just everything about this is just pointless. Randomly, Rupert's boat is here that was, blown up and sunk. Rupert points out a painting is gone that showed stars from 200 years ago, and then suddenly pirates capture them. But now the pirates know who Rupert is and take him to help guide them, with the painting acting like a star map. Suddenly, old planes flying around, old ship, and even a monster, because Bermuda Triangle stuff. So the pirates are looking for Heaven's Light, something that fell into the ocean 200 years ago. They want it to travel through time. Sure. The others get away and end up in a room where they find old toys and a projector, working out that's how they made the planes and such. They're just projections. Also, they find green goo, which has been in the fog and stuff. What is it? Who knows? They don't explain it. At least Captain Cutter was explained with being phosphorus seaweed that glows green. This one, they're just nah, no one will care, because we clearly don't. Because it's not like the fog is ever explained either. I guess it's just convenient timing. The pirates do find Heaven's Light, but suddenly UFO and aliens. It's just a gang trying to scare them, but of course it goes wrong, the UFO is hit by a cannon. So how big is this supposed model? I thought they were toy size for, for projections and make them look big, but this is not toy size. That would have took up quite a bit of room, I guess, with everything else as well. This would have took up room in the ship, and then try to get it out of the ship unnoticed. My brain. Now, chase scene with okay music, though weird animation at times.
Yeah, that's the way we go, and I'll be with you till the end. Legally on, hardly fall, we have just been. That's the way we go, as the river flows, my friend. Two heads to and fro are better than one.
But one scene, Scooby gets his butt stuck in a cannon. Nice. The way they capture all the pirates as well is kinda silly. So who is Skunkbeard? Beef Wellington, but he's not in charge. It's his second command who is the hypnotist. Wowee, who knew? Alright, little out of order now, but we'll just kind of finish off the movie. He stabs Heaven's Light, and it's actually a big thing made of gold, but he wanted it so he could be witch, blah blah blah. The sea gets rough, and the witch dude says the triangle needs it back. Either way, after fighting the hypnotist, Scooby lowers the gold back down. But things are still crazy, so the gold does not control the ocean. After that, they take the mask off everyone, and it's the crew, all being hypnotized. Oh wow! You mean the dude who could hypnotize people had hypnotized people? Wow! Freaking wow! Who knew freaking that would freaking happen? But what about Beef Wellington? So this is where the movie just made me so mad and made everything so much more worse. So Beef Wellington isn't being hypnotized, he is a villain, but he was fooled by the hypnotist, not using his hypnotist kind of powers, to believe he is the reincarnation of a famous pirate, and then faked everything to make it look like the Bermuda Triangle was real for him, so he would finance the trip to the Bermuda. Instead of, oh, I don't know, how could a hypnotist who we can see hypnotizes people into believing they're pirates make some money? Oh, I know, hypnotize the witch dude, you moron! You absolute moron. This is such a damn stupid plot. Like, he made him believe, just hypnotize him and ask him for a boat. Or better yet, ask him for all his money. If you can make people believe... Oh, and yes, I should probably mention the mum was the pirate lady, I assume, by the way. Like, there's a whole scene with her and the husband, and they fall off a thing, and then the two giant planes kind of come rescue them, the toy planes that are also massive and just... If you can make people believe they're pirates, if you can do that, then make them believe you'll make them even richer if they gave you money. Simple as that. I gave crap to the other Scooby-Doo movies with bad villain plots. Like, the last movie didn't make sense how it was all set up when I couldn't get to the key areas in the first place. But this one takes the cake on the utter nonsense. What's the green goo? Who knows? What made the fog? Who knows? If the monster was just a projection, how was it interacting with the water? How did the blown up ship end up in the cave? Why did the hypnotist not just hypnotize the witch dude? Who knows? How about you hypnotize me into thinking this is a better movie? This was boring, not funny, I hated it. Scooby-Doo Pirates Ahoy is a 3 out of 10 foxes. This movie, as I said, it's just boring and the comedy just isn't there. I barely chuckled, maybe one or two moments got me, but that's it. Compared to the last movie where I was loving it from the start. I didn't like the characters, the skeleton pirates didn't work, especially because only a couple of years ago we got Zombie Island with zombie pirates. So doing that again but worse didn't work like it should have. It doesn't help Skunkbeard looks like Morgan Moonscar. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. But like I still got the occasional laugh out of moments I gave... Oh, okay, I need a break. But, like, I still got the occasional laugh out of movies I gave a 4. Like, I don't like Ghoul School because I don't like how much it focused on the other characters. But when Scooby, Shaggy, and even Scrappy was on screen, there were moments that made me laugh. Scrappy doing a rap song is better than anything in this movie because it's funny. It's so stupid that it's funny. There's nothing really that's so stupid in this movie that's funny, is kind of my problem. Like, I can say, maybe for young children, this would be a good watch. There are a lot of people who love this movie. I've seen other reviews and things from people, and they loved this movie as a kid. Maybe they don't as much now. There's a lot of people who I've also seen say they loved this movie as a kid, but now it's a little Because, the comedy just isn't there. The comedy is not there unless you like the idea of overbearing parents and silly people like that. I don't know. I couldn't with this movie. I just find the villain's plot, to be so terrible. It's so terrible. I do think watching these movies one after another does make this a bit rough for me. But I have to compare it to the previous movies because the previous movies did better things and whatnot, and just this one doesn't even try to explain any of it, and if it is explained, it's hypnotism. But then even the other villain is like not being hypnotized, he was led to believe, and just could just hypnotize him. It's just anyway, next up is Chill Out Scooby-Doo. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know down in the comments what you think about this movie, because I would really love to know, because I know I'm being harsh on it. I know I am, but yeah. I will say, I'm about 15-20 minutes into Chill Out Scooby-Doo as a time of recording this, and I am enjoying that movie more at this point in time, so yeah. Anyway, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, because I would love you if you do. Hit that bell icon, and this fox says, be who you want to be. Alright guys, bye for now.